Love that. Welcome into another episode of Farm to Fame. I am Kelsey Wingert. That is Peter Moylan. That is Maddie Mass. Once again, none of us matter.
Seems to be a theme lately.
None of us matter because we have our guy. He is our friend, Richie Palacios, on with us today of the Cleveland Guardians.
Woo! Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate you guys having me on the show. I'm excited to chat about whatever you guys have.
We're going to talk about whoops, first of all. Second of all, we're really fun. So we hope that you enjoy it. So Richie, you play for the Guardians or the Guardians organization. How do we like the name change?
I was just about to ask the same thing. How are we feeling about that? And have you made the mistake yet where you keep calling yourself an Indian instead of a Guardian?
So I haven't made the mistake yet because when people ask, at first I just say I play for Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
So then I open it up to because I'm so used to saying just Cleveland Indians. So I just say I play for Cleveland and then open it up to the Guardians. And I mean, I'm excited about the name change, new logo, new everything, new gear.
Yeah.
What is the difference in the logo?
It's like a baseball with a G and some wings on it. So, but I'm excited for all new gear. That's why I'm hyped. I'm mostly hyped about that. All new gear. Everything else gets thrown to the side.
Do y'all get to keep your stuff at the end of every year? Like every single piece of equipment that I would see you guys in like the clubhouse or on the field or anywhere, you get all of that?
Yeah.
Pete, you probably have had like, what do you do with that stuff? Do you take it to Goodwill? Can I have it? Like what?
I have given away probably 4 duffel bags worth of stuff in the last 2 years because there's just nowhere. What am I going to do with it? It's just,
sick.
I keep, and it's all XL or double XL. And if it's something that I've worn through the season, no one's going to want that because it's gross and it's ripped and it's stinky. And it's like, so no, I would not make anybody, hey, this is a game worn, never washed Pete Moylan. No, absolutely not. Never. But there's a lot of stuff that we get to keep.
Yeah,
love
definitely.
that for y'all.
Yeah. What year did your dad finish playing?
My dad finished playing in I think about 1991, I believe, and then my uncle finished playing in like 93.
A little bit before your time.
Yeah,
a little before my time. They're old folk now. They still think they got it, but they're old folk.
You see, you are hitting me right in the mouth, dude. Because I signed my first professional career in 1996. So that was my first professional contract. So I'm old too. So just watch your mouth a little bit.
You're younger. You're younger. You're at least playing during my lifetime, so I'll give you that.
There you go. That's the measuring stick. Fantastic.
Oh, Pete, that one had to have stung a little bit. So Richie, okay, your dad reached AAA with the Tigers. Your uncle was a Kansas City Royal. Your brother debuted in 2021 with the Blue Jays. So like, this is just in you. Who's the best out of the 4 of y'all in your prime? Who's the best? Everybody in their best.
We gotta respect my uncle, the big leaguer who's played the most in the league. So until we cash in more years than him, we can't say we're better. But I mean, just give me a couple of years and we'll have this conversation again.
That is what I'm talking about. Absolutely. Let them know, dude. Let them know. And then you can have the argument of you would never have made it in my time. So you look at the athletes that are around now compared to when you played. You can have some arguments coming up. It's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, we already have those arguments, so I'm ready for them.
Have you and your brother always been close, or were y'all like so competitive at any point that you hated each other?
Both actually. Like we were so competitive, since like a young age, like playing wolf ball in the backyard, just like absolutely fighting each other and throwing bats and balls and all that at each other. But like our parents would always make us like make amends, whether it took 4 or 5 hours or what. Yeah. So we're still competitive, a lot less competitive now, which is good, but we're more like helping each other now. Back then it was just there was no help going on.
Yeah.
It was hell.
So y'all are from Brooklyn, New York. You grew up cheering for the Yankees,
Yes, the New York Yankees.
Giants, Nets.
Giants. It wasn't actually the Nets because the Nets were in New Jersey when we were growing up, and like we weren't going over there, so we were Knicks fans.
Okay. Are you still
Sorry.
fans of the Giants and Knicks? What, Pete?
I just said I'm sorry.
What?
Oh yeah, they're
Being
all,
a Knicks fan.
yeah,
Oh,
it's tough. Don't worry, I converted once the Nets came to Brooklyn and they were close to my house. I just converted right over, and now I'm a Nets fan.
there we
Gladly.
go. There we go. So who was your favorite player growing up?
Favorite player growing up was Derek Jeter. He was just we would go to a lot of games and he was like the best, the captain. So he's what everyone drew our eyes towards. So we love watching him growing up. But we love all the players, honestly. Growing up watching those as a kid.
Have you
And
met
they were
him?
so good. No, I haven't met Derek Jeter. Actually,
Oh.
I've seen him at a fall league game though. It was pretty cool. Like it was a fall league game and you see GMs here and there, but then like someone looked up in the swing and was like, yo, that's Derek Jeter. And I was like, damn, that's pretty sick.
Let me tell you something. That's the same reaction that I still have now to this day when I see Derek Jeter, because he's still the coolest baseball player that I ever got a chance to face. He was just, he was someone that we all would look up to and go, oh man, he's different. You know, he's just this DJ. He's just cool. He's on the Yankees. He wins all the time. It's just everything about him was just cool, and nothing changes there. Now he's GM. He's a cool GM too.
Yeah, literally.
Pete, who was your favorite player growing up?
I had a couple. I love Nolan Ryan and Mark McGuire.
Have you met both of them?
Yes. Mark McGuire was my hitting coach when I was in LA. So not my hitting,
Well, yeah.
but the hitting coach. And yeah, so that was awesome. And the reason why I was such a fan of him is because that was the first real taste that I got when I was in Australia of being able to witness something that was happening with the home run chase between him and Sosa.
Oh, yeah.
So that drew me in pretty quickly. And then, yeah, obviously Nolan Ryan just is the beast of all beasts. So they were my two for sure.
Did you have a team as a kid?
Not really. There was just, okay, so this is going to age me again. I used to get This Week in Baseball videotape, VHS tapes, and watch them.
Dude, I shouldn't have asked this.
It'll be like a year in review, This Week in Baseball VHS tape about the Cincinnati and the Oakland A's 1991 World Series, that sort of stuff. I shouldn't have said that.
Cut it, Maddie. Cut it. Didn't mean to expose you there. It's just,
thanks for that.
you know.
Okay, so now back to Richie.
Curious Kathy tonight. Okay, so you went to Towson University. You stole 32 bags and hit 329 your first year.
Yeah, it was a solid start, I would say.
32 bags. Okay, then you all 109 games the next 2 seasons. You finished. Were you there for 4 years or 3 years?
3 years.
You hit 324 career average, 38 doubles, 19 home runs, 98 RBIs, 76 stolen bases in 163 games. So essentially
a big league season.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah, we need those big numbers to look exactly like that.
Yeah. What is Towson like? Is that a big school, small school?
It's about 20,000 undergrad when I was there. I was recruited by a decent amount of the Division I schools, but like not too many offers from a lot of the big time schools that I wanted to go to.
What was your dream?
My dream school, that's tough, but it was probably University of Florida or Vanderbilt. Those are like the two dream schools growing up.
I went to LSU.
I know, I'm sorry. They were good too, but yeah, so those are my dream schools, but ended up just wanting to go somewhere where I knew I would play right away.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that was a big thing why I committed to Towson University. And yeah, I mean, it was all history after that, but it was a good experience. Not too small of a school, 20,000.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a lot of fun, definitely.
I was just going to ask you because I don't know college. So is 20,000 medium size?
Yeah, 20,000 is pretty much medium. Like you have the huge schools, which are like 50 to like 70,000. Those are like the ASUs and those schools. And then you don't have like the private schools, which are like 5,000.
Right.
5 to 10,000. So those are like seemed small for a college.
Is that how Smallville is? Is that why
Yeah.
you raised your hand?
Yeah, Villanova's like 7,000.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was that small.
Tiny.
Yeah.
And they're elite. They're still good in sports. That's crazy.
So I'm always curious about this, and I never know well, I do kind of, I'll figure out how to ask it. But obviously there's a ton of international talent that doesn't ever go to college. But when you go to spring training, your first spring training, how much more prepared do you think you are, having had 3 years of college and growth in an actual program like that, compared to these guys who were coming in and are either straight out of high school or came from overseas or internationally, like Pete?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I feel like I know I wasn't ready to play professional baseball like out of high school. Like I thought I was, but then when I went away to college and got that experience and then got into pro ball, I was like, wow, there was no way I was fully ready in high school. But then again, if you think about it, you're never really ready until you like indulge in the process. And I feel like with a lot of those young guys, they sign so young and like they step into spring training and it's like crazy because so many guys are older and more advanced. But I feel like they're able to learn and grow like they're in college with their first couple of years in pro ball. But it's definitely definitely a lot tougher because it's like your career's on the line. Like you got to put up or shut up at such a young age.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's where college gives you a little bit of a relief where, like, okay, this is what just me preparing for when I get into professional baseball.
Did you go straight to rookie ball out of college, or did you go to a high A? Where'd you go straight out of college?
Out of college, I played just 5 games in rookie ball, and then I went to short season. So our team pretty much made everyone go to rookie ball just to get acclimated.
I feel like there's some stories where guys have gone to like an LSU or a Vanderbilt, and it's almost like a step down to come to rookie ball, where you sort of think, wow.
I mean, you think about the players that, well, whenever I was there, it feels a big league team today. I mean, you have Kevin Gosman, you have Aaron Nola, Austin Nola was there, Greg Matuk, Jacoby Jones. I mean, like they could field a professional team with the kind of guys that they had there.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, that's what a lot of them say that what they struggled with a lot was in the minor leagues, because LSU leads in attendance every single year. And like the
Correct. That's my whole
environment
point,
there is insane. Yeah. To Josh, when we had Josh Smith on. Yeah.
Yeah. So my brother was telling me about that, being that he went to Auburn and he showed like the SEC is like so much better. Like he gets treated so much better than you do in the minor leagues. Like you private planes, private this, like all these crazy nice hotels. And then you go to the minor leagues and it's like the other side. And some people are not used to it and they got to get acclimated because it's not bringing in the same money that they are for these big time schools.
Yeah. Cause we had Josh Smith on right after he was involved in the Josh Smith trade. Some may know it as the Joey Gallo trade. And we had him on right after, and he also went to LSU, and we were just talking about, because LSU's facilities, any school in the SEC, I mean, the facilities there are just absolutely ridiculous, big league level. But then you're surrounded by 15,000 screaming, absolutely bonkers fans. And then you go into minor league ball and you're lifting weights in a small closet, and there's 200 people in the ballpark.
No, maybe someone's girlfriend shows up and you get to show off in front of her. That's it.
Well,
that's
why I'm glad I went to like a mid-major, because it was no big culture shock for me. Like we didn't have many fans, we didn't have these crazy nice facilities, so it was just like going to my leagues, like, oh, I'm used to this.
Yeah. What was your best year there?
Best year, like just overall, or just
numbers wise?
Damn, that's tough. I mean, I would say I feel like my junior year was my best year, but a lot of people would say my freshman year was, because I was a freshman.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was all a blur. It's all the same to me.
And then you were drafted in the 3rd round, 2018. Where were you for that? For the draft?
Excuse me?
Where were you for that? Did you go home? Or?
I stayed home. I was in New York City. Just me and my immediate family. Just me and my brother. I mean, actually, no, my brother wasn't even there because he was away playing. It's just me, my mom, my dad, in New York City. Just sitting there, nervous.
What do you know going into draft night? Like,
thank you, because I never got drafted. I don't know how the process works. I don't know if they call you before. I don't know if they give you any kind of inside info, or whether you're just sitting there waiting for someone to call you.
Yeah, so it's pretty crazy. And my family went through with my brother first, so it was a lot easier because we knew like what was gonna come. When my brother went through it through high school and college, like it was crazy. Like they didn't know what was going on. But then we pretty much learned through him, like, all right, this is how it's gonna go. But the main thing that my brother was telling me is like, just don't, like, you can't believe everything these people are telling you. Like they say, oh, we see you in the first 5 rounds, we see you this. Like you can't
Who's
believe
telling you
everything.
that? Scouts from organizations?
Yeah, scouts and those guys, you can't fully believe everything because everything happens so fast to them. Like things change, like you never know. So like I was sitting there like, all right, like I feel like I should be drafted high because I did like extremely well in college, but I was like, I don't really know. So I was a little nervous just sitting there waiting on phone calls.
So going into draft night, like these 8 teams are interested in potentially drafting you, or is it really like a free for all? Do like you really don't know out of the 30 teams?
I had no idea. I mean, I filled out and pretty much talked to, I think, all 30 teams. There might have been one team that I know I didn't fill a questionnaire out for. We'll leave them on the
Tell us off air.
table. Don't worry. When I see them in the league, they'll know.
Let me tell you why that hits me, because I signed with the Twins in 1996, right? Had a terrible minor league career, and then I got released in 1999. So when I came back and I was in the big leagues in 2007 and I pitched against the Twins, I was looking up for the front offices. I was trying to find where the front offices were so I could stick it to them. Exactly. This is what you've missed out on. Just remember that. You missed out on this. That's beautiful.
Yeah, literally. That's so true. But yeah, you have no idea. Like I had no idea.
What insight can your agent give you before?
He tells me that, I mean, he pretty much tells me the teams that are interested. And like going to pre-draft workouts, which teams want you to come. So you're like, oh, you think, all right, these teams are the most interested. But like everyone I talked to, the teams that were most interested in them were never the team that drafted them. It was usually a team that was like low key about it and just like snagged them before showing like a ton of interest. But what was cool was my college coaches actually all like came in and made like a little bet, no money involved, just like every coach choose a team you think he's going to go to. And we had the Padres were up there. I think the Cardinals were up there. The Marlins were up there. And then our pitching coach at the time, Miles Miller, somehow said the Cleveland Indians. Yeah. And I said, what insight did you have? Because I didn't know that.
Dang, exactly. I did not realize that you literally have zero clue, like where you could end up. I figured that you would know, like, okay, these particular teams are like extremely interested, but these teams aren't looking to draft me. Dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wild.
I don't know, like, if you thought that you were gonna come on here and we wouldn't address your drip. I am a sneakerhead.
Yeah.
Peter is a sneakerhead.
Okay, we in good company right here.
Yeah, I mean, like we showed up in matching blazers to the airport when we were flying to the Bronx together. We were like, hey.
All right, now that you said that, I'm gonna show you a little something. We just gonna turn the camera. Could I flip this? I know I can't flip this.
Flip whatever you want.
I can't flip it. Bang.
Yeah.
That's just I had to shut it off. I got sneakerheads in the building, so I know you guys would love that.
What's your go-to pair? What do you wear the most?
Wear the most. I probably just wear like my off-white Prestos the most, the white ones. But I would say my favorite pair that I have here would be the patent leather Jordan 1s. I just got those. Those are my favorite.
Okay. So let me ask you a question.
Pete gave you one of these, but I can't do it.
Wait, time out. You guys are here too, so I want to hear your favorite sneakers.
Okay.
I'm showing and telling.
Go ahead. I don't have mine here, so I can't show you or tell you anything. But do you know Johnny's Kicks? On Instagram? You see that? You see the like the snake skin, the 3 different types of animal leather that they designed a Jordan 1. They're like $3,700 a pop, but they're 3 different styles of, like, there's lizard skin, there's I'm gonna send them to you. They are absolutely fire, man.
Did they come out already?
No, they're just like you have to order them. They make them for you.
Oh, they make them for you.
They're not a Jordan release. They're this guy who makes them for.
Oh, they just
Yeah.
customize them.
So yeah, I'm gonna send them to you. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, anything snakeskin sounds sick. I ain't gonna lie to you.
6 hours later.
Hi, Kelsey. Welcome back.
She's back. She's back.
Richie, what's your Instagram?
Richie, RICHIE,
Mhm.
Millie, MILLE.
Why? What's Millie?
Because of the watch, bitches.
Yeah, there we go. Kelsey's lost over there. Thank you, Pete. Back in.
Okay. These are the Jordans I wear the most because they have a little light pink on them, but
Yeah, I see
they
that.
can with anything. Love these.
Ooh, those are
Probably wear
fire.
these the most. These are the
Okay.
ones.
Damn, I said Nikes, but she came with the Jordans.
Mhm.
Well, I have 25 pairs of blazers in there, but these are probably my coolest. These are
Ooh.
sisterhoods and the sisterhood release. Ooh,
Those are lit.
but they're hard to match with things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta go just white or black.
There you go.
And then Casey got me these. These make me like 4 inches taller.
Hey, we could always use that.
They're sick
Damn, those
too.
are lit.
Mm.
That's my show and tell. I don't know,
Well
like
done.
if they're Jordan 4s, 3s, 1s. I know that they're mids, and I like the mids.
Hey, everyone got their own drip, right?
I like the animal instinct. I got the animal instinct Jordan 3s that I wear a little bit around, but again, they're hard to match as well because they got all kinds of brown and white and gray and pink, and they're sick.
It's not just the shoes though. Like the outfits are phenomenal. Like there's a picture of you getting out of also your car. Love the color. Have you seen his car, Pete? He has it like it's like matte olive green. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's on my Instagram. We just scroll down.
There's a picture of you getting out of a car and you are in black pants with Yeezys and a white shirt and a plaid
Oh, I
shirt.
remember that picture.
That's so saucy. And then the
Yeah, I
sweatsuit,
mean,
the matching sweatsuit, those shoes. I like those. Oh, are those your off-whites?
yeah. I would say growing up in New York City, like that's like the hub of fashion. So like that's just you learn like what matches, what doesn't match, what looks good, what doesn't look good. And you honestly just learn that from your friends making fun of you if you wear something that doesn't match. So it's like a big thing where it's like, haha, that don't match. And it's a fight, but you through that, you learn fashion really quickly. What you got, Pete?
Is that a S63?
It's actually a C43.
Okay. You badass mofo. That's
It's like, yeah, that car. I love olive green.
I'm just gonna pull through your Instagram for a while, okay?
All right, go through it, baby.
Okay. Dang.
Okay, we are going to interrupt this episode because DraftKings, we're always talking about DraftKings. They are people, they are OG JOMBOY Media supporters, but it's like crazy to believe that the NFL season, I feel like I didn't watch like 1 second of football. It went by so fast. And we're already in the playoffs, and DraftKings, which is now officially available in New York, baby. Let's go. But they are offering new customers. If you bet $5, wait, what is this? Bet just $5 and you can win 280 in free bets if the team just wins.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Crazy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I guess you put in $5 and pick a team to win. So like, probably the Chiefs. You can win 280 in free credits. So that's on any NFL playoff game. So we just told you that it's officially available in New York, which is very exciting for JOMBOY Media. But if it isn't available in your state yet, you still have something to play for through the NFL playoffs. So everyone can play for those huge cash prizes with DraftKings daily fantasy football contests, and they are giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now using the code JOMBOY to get 50 6-1 odds on any NFL team. If you bet just $5, you win 280 in free bets if that team wins. That is promo code JOMBOY at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. I literally cannot believe that the NFL is already in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I feel like this was like a quiet season.
Yeah.
Huh.
I agree.
Well, DraftKings, we love you because they support JOMBOY Media in every facet. And we got to do a lot of cool things because of them. 56-1 odds. Okay. Let's get you back to the episode. Okay. You also have some really cool, cleats that you've worn. Mighty Mouse. Ay. What's been your favorite pair of cleats?
Oh man, that's an even harder question than the shoes. I would say I have gray ones that have like my Brooklyn, New York on them with like a little street signs.
Ooh, where do you keep all of these?
They're all in my storage downstairs.
Oh, you need to show those.
I wish you told me. I would have brought all the pizza up here, but we would have been here for 2 hours trying to go do that.
Next episode. Also, I remembered what I was going to ask you. Who are your top 3 drippiest players in Major League Baseball?
Oh, that's a good question. So to start, my boy Bader be having fits. He's from New York City too.
Who?
So Harrison Bader.
Oh, what?
He has
Really? Really?
He has low-key fits. Yes, he has low-key fits.
Huh.
I would say, damn, I'm trying to think. Second, I like how Tim Anderson dresses. He doesn't go too crazy, but I like how he dresses. And number 3, this is tough. I'm trying to think of the guys that really be showing out like that. Damn, that's tough. I'm trying to think of like the major cities.
There's one particular guy that we like a lot on this show.
Mhm.
Who is that?
He may be from the Bahamas. He may not be from the Bahamas.
It's Jazz, of course.
We
I
love
know
Jazz
Jazz
Chisholm.
too. I can't tell him he the top 3 drippiest player.
He doesn't need that confidence. He doesn't need any more confidence.
We had a song every time we talked about Jazz on the show this last season, which was a lot. We would all stop. It's time for our king. And we would sing that every single time we talked about Jazz Chisholm.
That's the man right there.
We never sang that.
You sometimes
She
would
sang.
crown yourself at the end.
I did will crown myself. Yeah.
Yeah,
We love Jazz.
That's a good dude right there. I like Jazz.
Speaking of Jazz, I'm probably gonna jump ahead here, but talk to me about the Bahamas stuff down there.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god,
The home run derby.
it's such a sick event. This is my second time going. This is actually my first time actually hitting in the derby. Last year I was still recovering from a shoulder surgery, so I wasn't able to hit in it. But that event is like the most fun I've ever had, like ever. You literally bring like 30, 35 pro players that are all cool with each other already. Todd, Jazz, Lucius, they figure out all the logistics in the Bahamas.
Are y'all sharing a house? Are you getting separate condos?
So we actually stay in Atlantis.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. And I stay with my brother, and some of the guys have their own rooms, some of the guys share, but yeah, we go out there and jet skis and home run derby and boats. It's just a great vacation little thing with all the guys that they do, and it literally gets better every single year. We had a celebrity softball game this year where everyone just hitting tanks. It was lit. That's it. It was lit.
Have you ever just launched balls into the ocean like that?
No, never. This is the first time. It was the first time.
Do they can't get them back? I mean, there's probably how many
Yeah,
baseballs?
the nets. Someone will be around with a jet ski.
A lot of
Oh, you
a lot of
think?
guys do ride around in a jet ski and grab the balls.
Do they float? Yeah.
Baseballs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm taking myself to Chase Field right now and envisioning
Yes.
I was doing a report out there and there was a home run hit to the pool and it floated.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So they scoop them up like that and then keep on going, getting the derby going. But it's a great event. So many people come out.
What's the date of the event? What's the date of the event again? I'm just trying to plan our road trip next year. So
We're going on tour next year.
Literally, yeah, you guys have to come. You have to.
Is it November or is it?
This year it was December 13th to the 19th. In the past, it's been January like 2nd to 5th. But they did it before Christmas and before New Year's this year. So whenever the date's announced, you guys got to come out to that. You have such a blast.
It'd be so fun.
Yeah, it's
because there are guys there who like I'm about to ask you about MJ Melendez. Like that's a guy we've talked about a ton this year, but like it's there's guys there that aren't normally combined, and we talk about a lot of the guys that are there. So it would like actually be relevant. But tell me about MJ Melendez, because we did talk about him a ton this year. Is he that good?
Yeah, the guy rakes, like flat out rakes. I mean, I knew about him. It's funny. I knew about him when I was in high school because one of my athletic trainer in New York City actually was best friends with his pops. So I already heard about him through there. And then I actually met him for the first time during this spring training, playing against each other. But then had the season and he ended up coming and meeting me in AAA because our AA's didn't play each other. And yeah, I mean, the guy rakes, he hit 40 bombs. That's all you have to say. Like if you hit 40 tanks, it doesn't matter where you play or how you play. If you hit 40, like that's a huge compliment. So I know he works hard. We actually together, me, MJ, Alex Katz, and my brother, won the golf tournament in Bahamas.
Was there a prize? I feel like there'd be a good prize there.
It was a plaque. But hey, we'll take it. Like, we'll take it. So the guys we're athletes on the field and off the field too. So we could golf a little bit.
I love that. Now you're hitting chords with me. That's fantastic. You guys, you guys seem to, because there's so much talent around the game right now, and I'm floored every year that there's names that we've never heard of that come up and have unbelievable seasons. But you guys work out different than we used to work out too. What's your schedule like right now, off season wise? Is it every day for you at the moment?
Yeah. So for me, it's like I go hard pretty much Monday through Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday is like a big recovery. So I'll run through it like Monday, wake up probably like 8:30. I get to my training facility by like 9:30. I'm stretching for like 30 minutes. I'll do a workout. It's probably an hour to hour and a half, mixed with some sprints in there as well. I'll throw after that workout. Then I'll go to another place. I'll hit for about an hour. And then I'll usually go to the field, take ground balls. After that, I'll come home and then probably pop out again, do physical therapy stuff.
Gosh, what time is it right now? What time is
physical
physical
therapy?
Like
4:30. Sometimes I get in the morning and sometimes I do it after all my stuff. But
Kels, I'm telling you, they're full time now. They are legitimately, these guys don't stop.
Is all of this scheduled out for you through the training facility?
Yeah, like I mean, I have myself a little calendar. I'm just writing everything in, making sure I'm all locked in. But like that's a typical like Monday through Friday. Then like Saturday, Sunday, is mostly recovery. So I'll probably do yoga on Saturday and big whoop. I'll probably yoga on Saturday. And you guys ever floating therapy? It's my number one recovery.
I want to try it so bad, but it's like $100 a session. It's so expensive.
It's the greatest thing I've ever done for recovery.
Float tanks?
Like unmatched. Yes, unmatched.
Dansby's really into him. He used to do that all the time, but there was only like 2 facilities in Metro Atlanta when he was talking about that he did it. But they're like $90 a session. But don't you like get shut in like a little cave and then you just float?
You just float, but it's very relaxing, I must say. What you got, Pete?
It's just dark and you're just floating.
It's just completely dark, 1,000 pounds of Epsom salt inside of there. And you lay down, you automatically float because of Epsom salt. Yeah. So it's like a mental thing where you can like just shut your mind off for an hour and like just recoup. Or if you want to think about certain things or visualize, I like to visualize a lot of workouts or baseball stuff. And then like the Epsom salt helps the inflammation in all your body. So it's like a double whammy.
Can you sleep? Like, do you sleep in it or is it hard to fall asleep?
I fall asleep every time, probably for at least like 20, 30 minutes in the middle, every single time.
And they say that it like just feels really good because you have zero pressure on any parts of your body. Like you are completely, yeah, that was something, Pete, that Dansby was saying he was super into a couple of years ago, and I'd never heard of it. And I started
Right.
looking into it.
That's cool. I can fall asleep in an MRI machine. So if I'm in one of those things, then I'm completely screwed.
I could not fall asleep in the MRI thing. That was so uncomfortable.
So you said your shoulder was the hardest thing to. I've had shoulder surgery as well, but I'm about to tell a story that I've never told before. I hurt my shoulder celebrating after I'd pitched in a game.
No
So
way.
not like Cody Bellinger. So my shoulder was gonna go, but
Yeah.
I just happened to snap it because I went yes, and then I was like, oh, what was that? So shoulders are the worst. I thought my career was over. Every single month during that rehab process was like, oh, here we go again. And nothing seemed to work until one day something finally clicked and something broke in there, or I got some scar tissue. But shoulders are brutal, man. Tell me your experience.
So I was just hitting throughout the off season, and like my shoulder was sore, kept getting sore. So we started to rehab it. We tried rehabbing it, and like that didn't work. We tried like cortisone shots, that didn't work. And then it was like, look, like it's not getting better. Like we'll just take another MRI, but you might need surgery. And at that point, it was like, I mean, that's like a hard surgery. The shoulder labrum surgery is tough, but I mean, at that point, I was like, look, I'm not gonna be able to. I can't play through this. So we were like, all right, we're gonna go to surgery. Got the surgery and was pretty much missed the whole 2019 season, but I was fully recovered probably like after like 12, 13 months. But then like obviously we didn't have that 2020 season. So it was like another year of just practicing and all, but it gave me an extra time to recover and be like full go for the 2021 season.
And you seem to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I had to. had to make up a little bit of time.
Oh, I love it. Good for you, man.
So you also played in the Arizona Fall League this year, which we talked a lot about. Who were like the coolest? Who did you hit it off with that you weren't expecting to hit it off with?
My team, the guys I got the closest with were Jeter Downs, Tristan Casas, and Hunter Bishop. I knew I was going to get along with Tristan because pretty much my best friend on Cleveland is really close with him, with Tristan in Miami. So I already knew, like, I've heard of him. We talked through like FaceTime. So I knew I was going to get cool with him. But then Jeter Downs and like Hunter Bishop, that was like my closest friends on that team.
Who was somebody who you watched that you either played against or on your team where like they're really good and you did not realize how good they were?
Honestly, I'm probably going to go with Jeter because I played against him in low A. I mean, only for like, I think 1 or 2 series. And he was a very high draft pick. So I was like, oh, this guy's pretty good. But then I seen him now and like the man literally squared up every single ball in the air, like crushed. And I was like, oh, yeah, like I knew he was good, but like he's ready. He's ready now.
Dang.
Inside info, Kels. We're getting some inside info here.
Yeah.
And Tristan's a machine, bro. That guy's a Terminator. So everyone knows he's good. He does everything right. I call him the Terminator.
Who was the best pitcher you faced?
In the fall league? Oh, that's a good question.
Everybody's throwing 100 now, right? So it's just, is it 100 just like 100's like 90, the old 94? It's like, yeah, you got to square it up, but it's nothing to.
Yeah, just like your eyes get adjusted. Yeah, your eyes. Once your eyes get adjusted, it's not easy. It's just more normal.
Anybody stand out there?
I didn't actually get to face him, but that kid from the Dodgers, everyone was talking about, that threw 100.
You're not talking about Bobby Miller, are you?
Yeah, Miller. I
Bobby
didn't
Miller?
play the one game. Yeah, I didn't play the one game that he pitched, and I was pissed because I wanted to face 100.
He was just drafted in 2020. Yeah, he's young.
Yeah.
Wow, and he was already playing in the Arizona Fall League.
Yeah, that was probably the guy I felt like was most talked about in the fall league on the pitcher side, and I didn't get to face him, which sucked. But
yeah. I had a question in relation to the training that's extremely invasive, but I am posing it to both you and Peter, and I am also just looking for a generic response. How much are guys spending on these off-season training facilities? Are people dropping $10,000, $20,000 or more than that? Or
People
No,
do.
I'll take.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, it depends. Like, it depends on your like facilities. Honestly, I mean, I know like I won't name names, but I know like some of the top like elite facilities that like everyone knows is one of the best. It's probably like $500 a week.
Cressy.
Oh, that's not as bad as I thought, honestly.
Yeah, for like the big leaguers, they like major league, like bona fide major leaguers probably pay like definitely pay less, and the guys
Yeah.
that are not like bona fide major leaguers pay more. So I don't know how that goes, but that's like
It
one of the
sucks.
top ones out here. But like for the most part, I feel like it's like $300 to $350 a month. That's like generic for most of the
That's
facilities
not
out
bad.
here, at least.
Mm.
No, not at all.
You can, Kels, you can spend as much as you want to spend. Like there is so much available. Guys go to Europe and get stem cells, and like there's just it all depends on what you're willing to do to get yourself ready for the next season. So
Yeah.
there's an endless amount of people willing to take your money. I tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally like massages, therapy, all that. It's like if you want to spend it to invest in yourself, you can. If you don't, then you can just grind it out.
Are y'all massage people? Because I have had my membership at Hand and Stone for years, and I'm obsessed with it.
I have a massage chair downstairs in the house that I'm living in.
Doesn't count.
Listen to me, Kelsey. It counts, sister.
Is it an Alpharetta?
No, it's right here in this house that I'm in right now.
Okay. So all limbs?
It's like calves, bottom of your feet. It looks like a space rocket when you go in there.
You strap in, you like strap into it.
It holds like it holds your arms down.
Oh.
You know what? Here we go. I'm doing this. Let's go.
Let's see. You might have to buy one and send it my way, Pete.
I'm taking the mic as well. Here we go. All right, we're doing this. Okay.
His internet connection cut out before he could ever make it to the chair.
Listen, we have 40 megabytes per second internet in Australia, so you can imagine I'm struggling right now.
Oh, big time. When you went off, I was saying shout out to Australia. Curtis Mead was on my team in Fall League. That kid,
dude, is he a stud or what?
Yeah, he's a beast.
Okay, so we're hearing amazing things about him. Obviously, like he could legit be. He could legit be one of the best hitters to come out of Australia, because, you know, and that's the thing that we struggle with, is that we don't have the exposure to good pitching at an early enough age for us to develop young. But he somehow found, because he works his ring off. Like, I was just talking to his former manager this weekend. He was telling me that he would get and meet him at the field at 5 a.m. to go through hitting and get his work in before everybody. So he deserves everything that he's going to get, man, because he's worked his tail off to get there.
Oh yeah, and it's crazy because like a guy like that, like Australia is not like the biggest like spot for baseball, so like he didn't sign for a lot of money. Like that kid and he's probably like I don't even know if he just turned 21. So like if he went like a guy like that, he goes to college, like he's coming out paid.
Yeah, exactly.
Dang.
That's a typical story in Australia, though, because as I said, we don't have high school baseball, we don't have college baseball. It's all just club and academy stuff. And I'm shocked that we've had as many big leaguers as we have, because we just don't have the games to play, especially now too with coronavirus. And there's no tournaments, and so this is my job to turn Australian baseball around single-handedly.
Yeah, let's do it, Pete. Get going.
When are y'all's next games?
We play in 2 weeks or 8 days.
What were your thoughts after the first series?
So, full disclosure, I thought it was incredible. It also helped that there wasn't a lot of Major League Baseball news going around. So we got a lot of attention this weekend, which is massive for the league.
Yeah.
We next year is going to be completely different, because we're going to have 8, 10, 12 imports per team. So last year we had Delman Young on my team. Next year we could have Richie Palacios on my team. Who knows? You know, it could be.
Go play in Australia. Absolutely.
I mean, mix in a road trip to the Bahamas and then swing to Australia for a couple of ABs at the end of the season. What?
Hey.
Okay.
That's lit.
I know a guy who could probably get you in here.
Well, is that the Australian Winter League?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I think during COVID, a couple of guys that I know played out there. and they said
Yeah.
it was sick. They said it was
Curtis
sick.
plays in it every year. Curtis plays in every year. We've had big leaguers, minor leaguers. It's just such a good mix of talent. And if you ever want a chance to come out and play, get some extra bats, you can just send me a message and I'll get you out here.
Hey,
Perfect.
Peter Moylan, Melbourne Aces manager.
Star recruit.
Okay, I just want 1 minute about your whoop. Do you love the whoop? You guys, people who are listening to this, you've heard me talk about my whoop before, and Richie has one. That's a 3.0. Is that not the 4.0 yet?
4.0 is supposed to be coming in like a couple of days, so I'm
It took
excited.
so long to ship in.
Oh, yeah, very long. But hey,
Do you actually use it in your like training?
yeah, so I use it every day. Just trying to figure out how my recovery is. Sometimes I adjust my schedule a little bit based on days that I don't recover as well or I do recover very well. And I like it for sleep. I like it to tell me how much calories I'm burning, how much strain I have. I've had it since 2018.
Oh, wow. You've had it for a while.
Yeah, I've had it all the way in. And my brother actually introduced it to me because I think Toronto like used it with them for like spring training and he like really
Okay.
liked it. So he ended up getting his own. But all good things to say about it. I like it. It helps me with my recovery, which clearly I'm big on. And so I like it. And I'm gonna stick to it. I actually play in the games with it on.
Do you? How many different
Wow.
bands do you have?
I just use this one. I just push it up a little bit and my batting gloves go right here. It doesn't really bug me. So I use this in every single game I play in. So you'll see this little lime green strap.
Oh my gosh. I was at 98% recovery today.
I was
I
at
can tell.
97.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at 98%. And I think I'm almost to a 15 strain, which is what do your days normally end strain in?
I'm usually between like 16 and 19.
Dang.
19 like is like a long day. And
Yeah.
my max ever was like 20.7. And now it was like a crazy day.
You know, it's impossible to get to 21. Like
yeah, I know. I DM'd them. I'm saying, what does it take to get to 21?
what you actually did.
yeah. They said you would need your max heart rate for the entire day. I said, I stopped. I'm not trying that.
But the fact that you're at 20.7, I don't think I've gotten above like 17.6. But
yeah, I probably slept the entire next day. So it wasn't too good.
I'm going to be in the red tomorrow. I've been trying to sell Pete on that. I try to sell everybody on it for no reason. Like I'm affiliated with them. I don't have the only link I have is that like everybody gets. That's like, if you give someone your link, you get a free month, but like they need to hire me or sponsor this podcast because I talk a lot. Okay, so we're going to take a quick pause on this interview because we want to tell you guys about the JOMBOY Media Store. Pete and I are always wearing stuff, but they actually just got a lot of cool new stuff in. Maddie, I don't know if you saw the Jake sweatshirt, but I'm 1000% going to be getting that. But they just got, oh wait, there's a Jake Sucks mug. Wait, yes, and stickers and a Christmas sweater and a baby onesie. Lots of Jake Sucks stuff. But they just got a lot of really cool stuff. And they have that JOMBOY Essentials line, which is more stylish and kind of like clean, swaggy. I really like it. So that's at jomboymedia.com. And it's all good quality stuff too, which I really like. The tie-dye sweatshirt that everybody has that I have like 3 of is that Champion brand. Very nice. And the best part is that they're going to give Farm to Fame listeners a discount if you guys want anything. So if you go to shop.jomboymedia.com, you can use the code FAME and that will get you 10% off of your entire order, not just one item, whole order. So again, you can go to shop.jomboymedia.com, click on the JOMBOY Essentials collection because that's honestly kind of the best selection, but I would check out their bestsellers too, because they have some cool like Braves World Series stuff, including that Waffle House one. But use the code FAME at checkout to get 10% off of your entire order. Before we let you go, because it's been an hour, and
Dang.
you might have things that you gotta do.
Time flies when you're having fun.
I just want to talk some ball with you. Like, how are you feeling? Are you feeling like this could be the year that you're ready to make that step into the leagues? Do you feel that you're prepared?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm prepared. I mean, I'm always confident in my abilities and my work ethic. I know I work extremely hard at what I do and I take care of my body. So I know whatever situation I'm going to go in, I'm going to be successful in. But now it's getting surreal where it's like at that point where it's very possible to touch the major leagues. But I know that I just can't focus too much on that in my head. I just got to focus on doing the everyday, putting in my work every single day and being able to continue to develop to know that when that opportunity comes, like I know that I'm ready for it because I know it will come. So that's a big thing I talk to a lot of major leaguers. It's not about getting caught up in that. It's just being able to be ready when the opportunity is handed to you.
Yeah.
Because anyone can say I'm ready to be in the major league, and then they get that opportunity and they struggle and they're not ready. So it's just being ready for that opportunity when it comes, and I'm extremely excited for that.
We're excited
Do
too.
all of your starts come at second, or do you move around at all?
So I moved around a lot more this year. I think I played like 70 games, I think at second. Then I played about 20 games in center, about 10 games in left.
Oh,
And then in the fall league, I played only outfield, just to better
Add
myself.
value.
Add
You're
value.
adding value to yourself, man. And you just, every single time you pick up a new position, you can play it handedly. You don't have to be elite at it, but I'm sure you will be. If you can play a position, every extra position gives you a chance to be in the big leagues. You're like that ultimate utility guy, and you take mammo hacks, so that's going to help. Like that's why you need recovery, because you take hacks like I've never seen, dude.
that's why I need to flow.
Exactly.
Do you get to tell the Arizona Fall League what positions you want to play, or does the organization decide that, or does the coaches who are there decide that?
The organization decides that for sure. Then we just go with it.
You like playing second the most, or you really don't care?
They all have their own perks, so I don't really have a favorite.
Where did you see the most growth from 2018 to this last year?
I would just say my mentality. Getting through that season of surgery and coming back from a shoulder surgery was like a huge thing for me. Like I know a lot of people don't actually come back from that as good as they were before. But just being able to have mental endurance and being able to come back way better than I was before was showing me like, hey, you can do anything you put your mind to, but just staying like mentally endurance and not being able to just struggle through that, but being able to come out through it on the other side. So that's definitely been the biggest thing for me. Nothing really physical, but just the mental part of it.
Mind and body, body, it's all one.
If someone hasn't seen you play, how would you explain yourself?
Well, first I'm bringing energy to the game, no matter what my skill sets are. Like I'm having fun out there. I'm cheering when we're winning. I'm screaming. I'm fist pumping, all that. I'm going to definitely bring energy to wherever I go to play, because that's how I grew up playing the game. And I feel like that's what makes it fun and makes me good. Not everyone has to do it, but that's what I know makes me good.
Love that.
And then I'm line drives everywhere, a lot of doubles, stolen bases. I'll hit some homers here and there, but I'm not trying to do that, even though I swing so hard, as Pete has said. And then I'm playing good defense, but I'm bringing just confidence to my teammates, and honestly, just trying to win and have a really good time doing it.
Let's go!
Yeah, you'll see a lot of that this season.
Shout out to future Melbourne ace Richie Palacios. Yeah, that's all I need,
baby.
Energy.
You need energy.
Peter, what questions do you have? Just, I feel like we didn't talk much about his play.
I'm out. I don't need to know about his play. What do you mean about his play?
I don't know, dude. He hit 361 in 2018 between 3 teams. That's pretty bonkers.
I can see why. Dude works his ring off as well.
297 this year. Didn't you have a 900 OPS in Arizona Fall League? Isn't that somewhere on here?
Sure is.
Yeah, it's probably somewhere in those stats.
Yeah, 900 OPS.
I'm worried about 2022. Starting opening day second baseman for the Cleveland Guardians.
Hey, that's what I'm working for. They make the decision, but that's what I'm working for.
What will that be like for you? Whenever that is, when you make your debut, do you think about getting that phone call, or do you?
Yeah, I definitely know I'm going to cry on that day for sure. No doubts, just because everything I've been through, I haven't been always the highly touted, top prospect. like, I mean, I got drafted third round, which was high, but out of high school or like in college, like I was never the guy most talked about. So I know that everything that I've gotten, it's because I worked for it and I wasn't handed it. So I think that's going to make that day in my major league career that much more special because I know that I went through it to get there. So yeah, Pete feels me too. He said he signed in 97, then back in the league in 2007. Like, yeah, that's real.
Baby. I love
That's
it.
real.
My guy.
That's real.
That's so great. Maddie, is there anything that you think we missed or anything that anybody wants to throw in here?
No, I don't think that we missed anything.
Nope.
Richie, the last thing that we do every episode is called Aussie Lingo.
Oh shit. Okay.
Pete, how are you
keep-
still? How is
I
it
keep
slipping your
forgetting
mind?
because it's an interview and I'm like, he's gonna steal the show because
Okay, while you think of an Aussie lingo, there actually is something on these notes that I do want to ask about. What did it mean when you were added to the 40 man in November? I mean, I know that's a pre-accomplishment, like for guys.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. And it was on the last day of the fall league, which was pretty crazy. So literally the last day we played, I finished the game up. I was walking back to the locker room and our head coach was actually with us, Cleveland DeCenzo. He said, "Hey, pick up the phone. Like James Harris wants to talk to you, our minor league director." And he told me I was on a 40 man. Like I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of tearing up because, like I said, I just thought about all the things that I've been through and everything I've done to get to this point. So it was definitely a surreal experience, and it's just, I think, just one of the first steps of my career. But it was definitely exciting.
Let's go.
Bring the energy, Kelsey. Bring the energy. I love it.
I'm here. Okay. Wow. We just freaking love you. Okay. So Peter's going to give us an Australian lingo word, and the three of us have to guess what it means. I never win. Maddie has won a couple of times.
Are you ready?
No.
Yeah.
Squiz. Squiz. SQUIZ.
Hose. Water hose.
Squiz. I'm gonna take a random guess here, and is it a noun or a verb?
He doesn't
Oh my
know what
God, don't
those
ask me
are.
that.
He doesn't know what noun and
See,
verbs
you
and
just
adjectives are.
called me out in front of the whole 8 million people that are going to watch this podcast that I don't know nouns and verbs, dude.
Hey, we could cut that out. Don't worry about
No,
that.
we're leaving it in. I like to
go,
expose him
I'm
on
gonna
this.
go. It means, I don't know, to rush or hurry or something. I don't know.
Squiz along. Love that. Go.
I'm gonna go. I think Pete tried to fit the theme of the show, so I'm gonna go energy, like good vibes, lots of energy.
Oh, that's a good.
All great
good
guesses, but what it means is to take a look at something. You are taking a squiz at something. So take a dip.
Oh no,
cutouts.
Maddie.
No,
Oh,
Pete.
the first time the whole episode.
No, Pete.
This happened a lot. Was it last night? Oh, he's back. We lost you here.
You lost me, right?
You're taking a squiz is where we
It's
lost
taking
you.
a deep dive or a deep look into something. I want to have a squiz. I want to take a squiz. Oh, have a look at this. Take
So
a
like
squiz at
an
this.
in-depth look, not like a quick.
It can be both.
Oh,
It's,
no, it
it's,
can't.
and it's a word with multiple. Yes, it can.
So you can
When I'm
say
saying
like,
Aussie lingo.
I need to take a deeper squiz at this.
Take a squiz at this. Like we need to look at this again. Let's take a squiz at this.
But like if you're
Damn.
walking past a window, can you say like you squiz? That
No, you gotta. You can't be like.
take a squiz at that shirt.
That's it. That's all you can do it.
I'm blaming Curtis for me not getting that right. He didn't teach me that.
100%. You didn't text him straight away.
I never get them right. Okay, y'all. I think everybody feels good, right? Everybody's
Yes.
Richie,
Yeah.
we seriously cannot thank you enough. And we are
Man.
lifelong fans now, and your official hype squad, and
Yes,
we'll
sir.
tweet about you a lot.
Yes.
I love that. And I promise I'm gonna give you things to tweet about, whether it's cleats, performance, or drip. All three of those, I'm gonna give you plenty of that. But no, thank you guys so much. I was so excited to get on here. I like what you guys do. Like that's like hella sick to me. How you dive into how our lives are more than just baseball. So I appreciate you guys. And we obviously gonna stay in touch and do this again. After I make my big league debut, we're doing this
Come
again.
on. Anytime you
sure.
want to come on and talk some ball or whatever we want to talk about.
Yeah,
I appreciate you. That's awesome.
we're in.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are all Richie fans now, baby.
Love that.
2022's our year. Thank you so much for watching. Farm on, farm often. We'll see you next Wednesday.